It's another new episode of The Extra Point, which starts right now. I'm your host, Kate Woynerowski, and tonight we have Griffin Barfield, RJ Play, Daniel Dungan, and Leah Hart. Welcome back, guys, and welcome, Daniel and Leah. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's get started with some college football pick'ems. We're now on to week 2, so we're going to start with the pivotal matchup of the weekend, question mark. Number 1 Alabama at Texas. It's a noon game, so who do you guys have for this? Bama. Go ahead, Griffin.
I picked Alabama, obviously the best team in the country we're talking about here. Texas looked good, but obviously Alabama's offense is a little bit too strong for them. I say Alabama, and it's not even close.
I say Alabama because they number one. They never had a bad team before. They're really like a mini NFL team. So that's why I got Alabama.
I'm going to go with Alabama. That offense is way too strong, and I like the former Heisman.
I'm going with Alabama because they've been in this situation before, played pretty good teams. I think their offense is too strong. Easy win for them.
All right. All good picks there. We'll see how the matchup actually goes, and maybe there might be an upset, but I honestly doubt it myself, but we'll see. All right, moving on. We've got Appalachian State, who almost beat UNC, at number 6 Texas A&M. Guys, does Appalachian State pull off the upset this time, or does Texas A&M pull away in this one?
No.
Hold up.
Oh, okay.
Upset.
RJ, go first. Why Appalachian?
Because I feel like them boys were mad when they lost that game because they really was supposed to beat UNC. So I feel like they're going to come in with that mindset that they want to win. They're going to upset these boys. I mean, Texas A&M, they're a good team too because they always get Alabama. So I don't know. But really, I just like them. What's his name? Quarterback?
Hayes King, I think is his name. Hayes King.
No,
Oh, Chase Bryce.
Yeah, Chase Bryce. He threw for 6 touchdowns and 1 interception. So he gonna come in with that mindset, win and win. So yeah.
Cool. Griffin.
If anyone is keeping track, I went 7-1 last week. The only one I got wrong was I picked App State over UNC, so I'm going to avoid that. A&M looked good last week, especially with their defense. It was a little bit iffy points-wise, but I think A&M pull it out.
I think App State will keep it interesting, but not for long because that's a tough environment. That's the 4th biggest college stadium that A&M has. I think A&M will win it.
Yeah, I think it might be close. I'm taking Texas A&M, though. They're home team advantage, so they got everything going for them.
All right. Well, that should be another interesting matchup again, so we'll see. All right, moving on. We've got a ranked matchup here. We've got number 24 Tennessee, who is ranked and could be rising in the rankings, at number 17 Pittsburgh. Guys, who do you have for this one? I think this will be a really good matchup, actually. Do we have a split? We
Got
do.
a split.
Ooh.
We do. All right, Tennessee people, go first.
I'm picking Tennessee because Hendon Hooker, obviously he put on a show last week. Pitt looked a bit iffy, especially against a team like West Virginia. You can say it's a backyard bowl. We are in Pitt, so that is a very questionable matchup. But I think Tennessee pulls it out, and they're led by Hooker, their quarterback.
All right, I say Tennessee because, well, they beat Ball State 59-10. My old roommate, he go to Tennessee now, and he was telling me about how they like rank and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to see about y'all, boy. And West Virginia were close with Pittsburgh last week, so I'm like, I don't know. That kind of strange, and I feel like they're gonna be an upset.
Well, I said Pitt because I think their ground game is pretty good, and I don't believe Tennessee should be in the top 25. They beat Ball State. Ball State's not that impressive to me, and I think West Virginia is just a better team than Ball State is. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
you're good.
I'm also going with Pitt just because home team advantage, and they're coming off a huge win out of West Virginia. So I think first week might have been a little sluggish for them, kind of getting into the groove of things, but I think they're coming back with a huge win.
All right. Well, sounds like all very good reasons for this matchup. So, a never intriguing game there. Well, now let's move on. We've got a big SEC matchup. We've got number 20 Kentucky and number 12 Florida. Guys, how does Florida respond after their big win versus Utah last weekend? Ooh.
Gators.
All right. We're with the Florida hype. Okay, go ahead, Griffin. What do you think?
They looked great last week. They played the number 7 team in the country, and it lived up to the hype. Anthony Richardson was incredible. You're playing in the Swamp, which is one of the hardest stadiums to play in college football, and it's a division rival, so obviously I think Florida will pull this out. It's a close one, though.
I say Florida because Richardson, he playing like a Heisman right now. That one play where he ran out, faked one dude, ran out and throw a touchdown. He made it look so easy, like he was playing little kids. I don't know. I like Florida.
I like Florida in this one too. I just love their quarterback and what they did last week against Utah. Big upset.
Yeah, I'm picking Florida too. Richardson, super versatile. He can run, he can throw. He can basically do whatever, especially since he showed it out last week. So I'm going with the Gators.
All right. Well, we've got a sweep of the Gators. Wow, seems like you really all believe in them. All right, we'll see how that goes on Saturday. All right, now moving on to our final matchup, we've got number 9 Baylor and number 21 BYU. This should be a really interesting matchup as BYU's ranked and Baylor's ranked in the top 10. Guys, what do you think of this? Okay, all right. RJ?
I could be wrong, but like BYU, something just telling me, my spirit telling me BYU gonna win.
All right. Is it home team advantage or?
Home team advantage. Then they both play like not really that good teams last week. So
True.
and like BYU, like way back in the past, they used to have clutch moments I used to see on YouTube. Yeah.
All right. Griffin?
I pick Baylor. Obviously, number 9 in the country. Former Big 12 champions, I believe. It's hard going away, but I think that the Bears will pull it out, and it's close, I think.
I like Baylor too because I don't know much about either team this season, but last year Baylor was really good, and I think they'll keep that up.
Yeah, I'm going with Baylor too. They're coming off a huge win last week, so I think they'll get the win on the road, and they're just the more talented and well-coached team overall.
All right. Well, this will definitely be a really good non-conference matchup to watch this weekend. So, all right, now moving on from college football, we're moving on to buy or sell. So, we're going to start with LSU and Florida State. Well, on Sunday night, Florida State upset LSU. Guys, buy or sell? After beating LSU, Florida State is back. Griffin, why are you selling that?
I'm selling it. LSU was a bit iffy. Obviously, Brian Kelly's first game, and it was a very, very weird ending. They did turn the ball over. Florida State also have to go through the gauntlet, really, of teams. You have to go through Florida, of course, at the end of the year. You have to go through Wake Forest. You have to go through NC State, and you have to go through Clemson. I just do not see it ending well. Maybe a promising start, but again, a Brian Kelly Tiger-led team. I sell.
I say sell because, I mean, they both played bad last week, really, because I think Florida State tried to like pitch the ball and fumble it, and then how LSU got the opportunity to score on that last drive. So, yeah, Florida State got to play Clemson, and I know they're not beating Clemson. Like, come on now. So, yeah.
I was a buy until Florida State handed the ball back on that toss play on the goal line. It's a bad mistake. They should have just ran the ball and kicked the field goal, go up 2 scores, and call it a day.
I actually said bye. I mean, maybe they're not entirely back to win the ACC, but I think they're looking pretty good. They looked really good in the first half, at least. Maybe not the last 5 minutes of the game, but they looked pretty good. I think I have faith in them.
All right. Well,
I got them winning 10 games, though. They might win 10 games.
they might win 10 games? Okay. Well, we'll see how that works out. I mean, again, they seemed like a very competitive team on Sunday night when they played, so they definitely seem to have more life than the past 2 seasons when we've all watched them. So definitely encouraging to see if you're a Florida State fan. All right, moving on to another team in the ACC. We're talking about Clemson here. So far, DJ Uiagalelei is their starter, but will that change over this season? Buy or sell? Kate Klubnik will start at some point in the season. Leah, why are we buying this?
I think we should take a chance on the freshman, on the true freshman. He has so much potential, especially just from that last game. He scored his first touchdown of the season, and he was mobile in the pocket. He looked so good. He was running himself. He was giving it off. I don't know. He just looked so much more versatile. I just have faith in him.
All right, Daniel?
I think as far as DJ he looked a lot better in that game than he did all last season. But when Cade took the field, it was just so fluid. The offense was so functional. He just got the touchdown in quick time. I love that.
I say bye because I give it about week 5. Cade might be starting in front of DJ, but I mean, I don't want to knock DJ down or nothing. I mean, he did improve from last season. I mean, the season before that, we can't just forget how he when I think Trevor Lawrence got hurt and he came in and helped. Can't forget about that. But Cade looked more mobile than him. He do stuff better than him. But we gonna see.
I said bye as well. Both quarterbacks looked good. DJ looked better. But Cade just fit that offense much better. He was making throws out of the pocket. He was running. He even threw a touchdown at the end of the game. I think DJ starts the next couple of games. Definitely give Cade some time because you got Furman and LA Tech remaining. But I think that Cade will start at least one game. I think DJ starts the majority, though.
Yeah, I think it will definitely be interesting to see down the road. I think both quarterbacks definitely deserve to start, but it's just who fits the offense better down the road. So it'll definitely be interesting to see. All right, now moving on to the NFL, we've got another quarterback controversy. Mitch Trubisky was announced as the starter a few days ago as the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. So we have a 3-way quarterback controversy here. We have Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and newcomer Kenny Pickett. Guys, buy or sell? Mitch Trubisky will be the QB1 for Pittsburgh all season. Are we all selling that? All right, someone go ahead with that one.
I said sell, obviously, because you don't take a first-round pick on a quarterback when you don't use him. I mean, we see the trade lands, but Pickett looked ready. He was the most NFL-ready quarterback. And I think that he fits in at some point. We've seen a lot of veteran quarterbacks start the beginning of the year and the rookie takes over at the end. I think that's what happens with Pickett. I think he starts at some point by week 6 or 7.
I agree with Griffin. I feel like Pickens will start over Mitch, cause he old though. I mean, age is a blessing and all, but he getting kind of old, so I feel like he won't do as much. So
Yeah, I said Sell too. I think Mitch had his chances. I think he'll get about maybe 6-8 weeks, but Kenny Pickett will eventually take over because he is their future, regardless.
Yeah, I think Kenny Pickett is the new franchise quarterback for them, and it would kind of be a waste of a good draft pick if they don't use him in the end. I mean, I don't think Mitch Trubisky is going to go that long, maybe give him a few weeks, but I think if he doesn't perform up to their expectations, I think they'll just put Pickett in and he'll probably succeed.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, especially just because Pickett was named as the QB3, actually. So he wasn't even named a QB2 person, basically. So it'll be interesting to see if Tomlin makes the decision to put Rudolph even before Pickett goes on the field. I don't know. We'll see. All right, moving on now. We've got NFL pick'ems for the first time this year. So we're going to start with a pivotal matchup that's tomorrow night. Bills at the Rams. Who do you guys have for this one? All right, why Rams?
Ladies and gents, we are talking with the Super Bowl champs. Obviously, the Bills do not have Tre'Davious White. That is huge, especially with a team with Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson on both sides of the ball. I just think, especially at SoFi Stadium, you're the defending champs. You have to live up to the hype. I think they do. It's a close game, maybe game of the week, but I think Los Angeles pulls it out.
I say the Bills because they got Von Miller. Ain't Odell got signed to them? Or no? I could have sworn I saw an article. It probably was a fake article. Who knows? But they got Josh Allen. Josh Allen will run through you. He don't care who you is. He a strong quarterback. They got Stephon Diggs. They got a bunch of good people, and I feel like the Bills can pull it out because they miss out on the opportunity in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm expecting an offensive explosion on both sides. I think the Bills will keep that going.
Yeah, I picked the Bills too. I think Josh Allen going to be an MVP candidate for this year, so I don't know. I think he might just take over the game, kind of get a win on the road. I don't know. Their offense is just too strong.
All right. All very interesting picks, and this matchup could honestly go either way. So we'll see how that shakes up tomorrow night. Now moving on to our Sunday matchups, our first one, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Washington Commanders. We've got Trevor Lawrence versus Carson Wentz. Who do you have taking this one? Wow, okay, we got a sweep here. What's going on with the Jags?
Trevor Lawrence. But I like the Jags in this game. They got a lot more offensive power. They have Christian Kirk now. They have ETN back from injury. A lot more options for Trevor Lawrence to kind of show out. It's also Doug Peterson is the head coach of Jacksonville now, and he's going up against his former quarterback in Carson Wentz. The injuries on Washington are hard. Chase Young's out, so I think the Jags will pull it out.
Yeah, I agree with you, Griffin. I feel like the Jags will win because the Commanders, their quarterback Carson Wentz, he not that good in my opinion. He overrated, very overrated.
As a Commanders fan, I agree with you there on that.
And he said Chase Young out, that's a huge loss because I used to use him on Madden. He used to go crazy.
Yeah.
They got ETN coming back off an injury. Trevor Lawrence. They downed him last year, try to make it seem like he was that bad. He gonna turn around. We gonna see. Watch.
All right. Go ahead, Daniel.
I agree with both of y'all. That losing Chase Young for the Commanders week 1, I don't think they'll be able to get as much pressure on Lawrence. And Lawrence looked really good in the preseason. And, I just love that everything that the Jags did this offseason, picking up Peterson, picking up Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I got the Jags too. I mean, the duo of Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne has just been going on for a while, so it's good to see them both back out there. They have Marvin Jones Jr. and Christian Kirk, so just huge offensive weapons for them. I think they're going to pull it out.
All right. Well, I'll be honest with you, as a Commanders fan, I don't believe much in our defense, let alone our team. So, kind of agree with you. It's okay. All right, moving on to a big divisional matchup. We've got the Patriots at the Dolphins. Guys, who do you have for this one? Oh, okay. Leah, why do you have the Patriots?
I might be a little biased because I'm a Patriots fan myself.
Okay. I get that.
I don't know. We've just got Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, just so many, Hunter Henry, just so many weapons offensively. Damian Harris is a running back. Mac Jones is putting in work in the offseason. I just think it's going to be close, though, because of Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill. But, I don't know. We might score a little bit, so.
I know I'm wearing the Patriots shirt, but I have to go with the Dolphins. The preseason's been pretty ugly for the offense, and you got two defensive coaches trying to figure out offensive play calling. So I'm not excited about that. And the Dolphins got Tyreek Hill last offseason, and I looked at the roster for the New England backfield, and it does not look pretty. So I think Tyreek Hill's going to light us up.
All right. Well, I applaud you for going out of your comfort zone by picking against your team, despite wearing the shirt of your team. All right, RJ, go ahead.
I agree with Daniel too. Tyreek Hill. I mean, they got Tyreek Hill. Dolphins gonna win it regardless. I mean, Tua. They pick at Tua because how he throws short and stuff, but like he gonna get it down pat. They got Jalen Waddle and like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. That's a good duo.
Yeah, not wrong.
I agree with them. I picked the Dolphins. The Pats lost. Their defense is a little bit iffy this year, especially with the loss of J.C. Jackson. I feel like Tua, especially with the rejuvenated offense like Tyreek Hill, they got Raheem Mostert, they got Chase Edmonds in the backfield, great options in the backfield as well. I just think that the combination of Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill will be too much. I think the Dolphins pull it out.
All right. Well, all good reasons for those picks, so I'll give you that. All right, moving on. We've got the Browns at the Panthers. Guys, how does Baker Mayfield respond to matchup against his former team? All right, Griffin, why are you picking the Browns?
Baker's going to lose. Here's why. Obviously, you could say there's no Deshaun Watson on the Browns area, but I like the run game a lot. They have Amari Cooper, who is a very good route runner. And their defense is just as good. I think Baker struggles. You do have McCaffrey, you do have DJ Moore, but I think that defense is too iffy, and I like the Browns.
I like the Panthers simply because Baker Mayfield about to show the Browns why they did that to him. Like, first, Panthers got Robbie Anderson, I think, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey. So like he got weapons, he got options to throw to. It's just about their defense. I don't know. I don't really know too much about their defense, but Browns, they don't got Deshaun Watson, so it's probably gonna be kind of hard for them to get going.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah.
Yeah, I got the Panthers. I don't know. I just feel like Baker Mayfield is going to come back against his former team and just show out. Might not have as many weapons than the Browns, but he does have DJ Moore, so I think that's going to be a good connection there.
I said the Panthers also because I think Mayfield really wants this win against the Browns, and I think it'll be more of a defensive struggle. I don't really believe in Baker Mayfield, but he'll get it done, sort of.
Alrighty then. Well, it'll definitely be interesting to see how Mayfield matches up against his former team and see whether the Browns made a good decision by letting him go or possibly not. All right, now moving on to the NFC North, we've got the Packers at the Vikings. Guys, who do you have taking this one?
Let me go first.
All right, go first.
All right, I got the Vikings simply because Packers lost Devontae Adams, the #1 best wide receiver in the world. the Vikings, they got Justin Jefferson, and like he look up to Devontae Adams and stuff, and I feel like the Vikings gonna pull it out. They got Dalvin Cook, and yeah, I just feel like they got it for some reason. Packers got nobody that can catch the ball and bring it up the field. So yeah.
All right. Griffin, you want to go next?
I picked Green Bay. We're talking about the best defense in the NFL here. You got Jair Alexander on the defensive front. I think that he'll cover either Adam Thielen or Justin Jefferson very well. A lot of people are talking about Aaron Rodgers losing Devontae Adams, but he still has a lot of weapons and he knows how to make people great. They still got Allen Lazard, they got Christian Watson, you got A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones out of the backfield. I think they play big, and I think the Packers won a very, very close one.
I picked the Vikings because it's week 1. I think Aaron Rodgers still has to figure out what he's throwing to. I don't really like that wide receiver core. I side with the Vikings.
Yeah, I picked the Vikings too. Home field advantage. And just Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, just such a powerhouse offense. I mean, I don't know, Kirk Cousins has a lot to throw to, so.
All right. Well, it'll definitely be interesting to see if the Vikings can pull it off. All right, now let's move on to a West Coast game.
Yeah.
We've got the Raiders at the Chargers. Who do you have taking this one?
Do I even have to write this so I can?
You don't have to.
All right, let me go first. My team, the Raiders, beating the Chargers. I don't care what nobody say, cause like we got Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow. Our offense, like explosive defense, Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, Denzel Perryman, Nate Hawes. I can go on for days. The Chargers, I mean, last year when we played them in week 18, they were begging for a tie. And now they trying to clown us like we trash or something. So we just gonna have to show them again. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, for real. But yeah.
All right. Does anyone want to go next?
I mean, don't kill me.
Wow.
I picked the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert has an incredible year. They obviously got J.C. Jackson from the Patriots. They have Khalil Mack. That defense is rejuvenated, and their offense is incredible. Austin Eckler is coming back after a great year. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. I just think the Chargers pull it out. They're pretty pissed off about not making the playoffs last year. I think this year they do, and they started with a win.
Well, I'm side with RJ here. I think Vegas will get it done. It's going to be very close, very tough. It'll probably be the best game this weekend. But I just love that offense. And I pulling for Josh McDaniels too. So.
Okay, there you go. Works out.
I mean, we're kind of split here because I picked the Chargers too. Because I just, love Justin Herbert. He's going to have an awesome year. I mean, he did last year, but he's only improving. I think that offense of Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, just so many threats on offense. And obviously J.C. Jackson coming over from the Patriots. He was insane, one of the best cornerbacks and safeties on the whole team. So just an addition on defense. I think he can cover anyone. So I got the Chargers in this one.
All right. This will be a really fantastic matchup. I'm excited to see this one. I think this will be one, if not the best game of the weekend, in my honest opinion. So now, moving on to our final game, we've got the Buccaneers at the Cowboys. Guys, how does Tom Brady play? I mean, he's coming back out from retirement, so. Bucks. What do we say to this, Griffin?
Bucks. Tom Brady's back. They obviously got Julio Jones, but he's very questionable because he didn't really have a great year last year or the year before. So it's interesting to see how he will fit. I don't know if Chris Godwin will play, but they got Evans, Leonard Fournette. The whole defense is back. I like the Bucks in this game against Dak.
Don't attack me. I don't really like the Cowboys.
I don't either, but
I'm gonna have to go with them simply because I think I had watched a YouTube video and it was like Tom Brady missed like 11 games. 11.
He was out for 10 days.
10, 11 days, and that's very unusual of him. So I feel like they got Julio Jones, but he old. He washed up. The Cowboys, they just. I mean, I don't like the Cowboys either, but I just have to pull for them because I don't want to really pull for Tom Brady simply because he missed those 10 days. So.
I get that. Tom Brady went on his little break, and the whole offseason issue with the Dolphins and their tampering rules and all that situation. But I still think the Buccaneers are more talented on both sides of the ball, and they'll figure it out.
I have the Cowboys in this one. I don't know, I have a feeling that Dak Prescott's going to come back even better this year. They just have to utilize Ezekiel Elliott and CeeDee Lamb better. They didn't really do that with Amari Cooper, which is why he went to the Browns. They didn't use him to his full potential. I just think that if they use those two offensive weapons, they got this game in the bag.
All right. Well, we've got a split then. So, shall be interesting to see how that game turns out and just how the whole weekend will turn out. But we'll talk more about that when we come back next week. But thanks so much for tuning in. And until next time, good night, everyone.